me know when they pop up on one of y'all brothers' phones about the shot. Matter of fact, it's gonna pop up on mine too. Live. Shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites who come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, and it's crumbling before our eyes. And we prophesy the upcoming kingdom to come, Yasharala, that will never fail or falter. But before we get started, we're going to give all infinite honor, praises, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harukakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule and teach well, and to the other Akim, mighty pushing the truth into the four winds. Keep pushing, Akim. All right, we at the end. All right, now if you're looking through the news and you're sitting on your watchtower, you'll understand that it's a global spirit that's going around the world, and that's actually Yahweh Shem Yahushai setting this place up for ultimate judgment. Okay, it's actually the birth pains of the end. It's the birth pains of the coming kingdom. Okay, now things that's going on in one place is happening in another place, and we're going to focus on these worker strikes, because what's a country without the workers, right? The reason that Egypt was so great was because of what? The workers. I'm talking about ancient Egypt. All right, and I want to open up with this article, okay? And this brother gonna bring it out. Go ahead, brother.
Move it over. He get bust up. I see you. Closed mouth don't get fed. All right, you got it, brother.
Hey, this is the article, and it reads. It says Biden signs bill to block U.S. railroad strike.
Go ahead.
It says Washington, December 2nd. President Joe Biden signs legislation Friday to block a national U.S. railroad strike that could have devastated the American economy.
And it was projected to be, if they would have struck, it would have costed the American economy $2 billion per day. And like before I thoroughly got into it, I thought that they came to a mutual agreement, but they didn't. What Congress did when Joe Biden's offer wasn't accepted by the rail workers is they made it illegal for collective bargaining to happen. And if you're a grown-up, you should know what collective bargaining is. It goes back to, you have unions, and it's a whole bunch of people that come together. And these union workers, they pay dues to be part of the union. And Esau made it overnight. I'm telling you, he made it illegal for them to be able to bargain with their bosses. He made it illegal overnight, and that's unprecedented,
And
man.
that's a birth pain to a totalitarian society. And that's doing things like that. It's going to become a domino effect, and that's how you're going to get people in the streets with civil unrest. Because I mean, the people are upset. That's the whole point. They make unions. Jobs have unions to protect the
interests of the workers.
So now they're using their political power to make things better for them because they feel they're being treated unjustly, and then you shut it down when they can't do nothing.
It says illegal.
And it says illegal, and then tell them if they try to use their political power, you're going to throw them in a dungeon. And that's a recipe for civil unrest. I mean, you can't keep doing that to all of these people. They're working day and night. Their wages are not enough to take care of their households. All right. So what's going to come out of that, man? Is pandemonium. It's just a matter of time before protesting in America turns violent. Protesting is non-violent in America. All right. That's a civil liberty for all Americans to protest an injustice, right? Soon that's about to be illegal, and blood is going to run in the streets, and that's through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shema was shot. That's that perverse spirit that's been put in Egypt. You got it, brother.
And look, to back that up, one of y'all brothers, he holding the article. Give me 2 Ezra 9:3.
I get it.
Beautiful. We can pull that out after the article come out.
All right. What you say you want?
2 Ezra 9:3.
All right. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 3, and it's written, "Therefore then shall..."
You know what, Qual? Start at 1 and go all the way to 3.
All right.
Baba Kasha.
Second Ezra 9 from the top. He answered me then and said, measure now the time diligent in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee.
So basically,
before,
when we see certain prophecies come to pass, we understand the time periods that we're living in. We in the end. Go ahead, brother.
Then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
So that's the Lord visiting this place, and he's visiting in judgment. He's not visiting as Santa Claus. He's not visiting as a grandpa that's coming to see his son being born. He's visiting this place in judgment because this place is fucked up and they discarded his laws. Verse 3.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And uproars of the people going to workers striking, okay? And it's not limited to the United States, man. This thing is global. This brother about to bring out another article going into the United Kingdom striking. You got them people in Asia striking. It's global. The Lord is judging the whole world. What's that? Isaiah 13 and 11. He's going to judge the whole world because the whole world, according to Revelation, the 18th chapter, they took on this beast system. They took on his ways. Going to what? John 8 and 44. They are of their father, the devil. And since they can't change their mind frame, they can't change their thinking, they have to be obliterated, man. But before that happens, holy hell has to break loose. And it's going to break loose, whether you believe it or not, man. I want this brother to bring out this scripture just to show that it's not contained in the U.S. And not just that. The U.S. is going to get all of these things last. A lot of things, if you want to know what's going to happen in the United States, look to these other countries, man. It's coming to America. But when it gets to America, it's going to be worse. Go ahead, brother.
God, this article here reads, it says, strike action to shut most of UK rail network next week. And it reads, it says, 4 days of strikes will wipe out most services of Britain's railway next week.
And that's the Lord judging the world, man. Okay? You have veins, arteries, and capillaries that run through your body. What the fuck? That run through your body to deliver certain blood and nutrients, okay? Now, when you're dealing with this world, they have veins, they have arteries. And if an artery get cut in your body, you're going to die. What's going to happen if an artery gets cut in America? What's going to happen if an artery gets cut in an established society? It's going to crumble. Like the elder said, it's going to come to a point where the people are going to get tired and they're going to protest because their power, their God, is not doing what they're accustomed to that God doing, protecting and providing, man.
If I could speak on it, it was once upon a time I was reading them on when you go into the amendments, they actually have a law in there. If the citizens don't like what the system is doing, they can stand up and come against the system.
Right. That's right. Don't tread on me. That's the American spirit. And that amendment is going to get a lot of Americans killed because they're going to stand on that shit, man. Y'all wrote it. Deal with it because the time's coming to where they're going to utilize that, okay? Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to change it and switch up laws like you did to those rail workers, man. We don't give a fuck about those rail workers. We want this shit to go down. I hate that he passed. Hey, it is what it is. Everything is happening in the Lord's time. Matter of fact, you ain't got to read that no more.
I'm going to bring out the source of it. This is the Financial Times. Right. It says UK labor disputes.
And that's people not coming to accordance and not being in good terms with their government. These are people that's going against their government. We just brought out 2 Ezra 9 and 2. The uproars of the people. Who are the uproars against? The government, the system, the powers that be. This beast system. People are tired of it, and these are heathens. They tired of it, and they want to change. And according to Revelation 12 and 12, Esau understands that they want to change, and he's going to give them an artificial change. He's going to poison the waters. No fish, no food coming from it. You just saw what happened with the Keystone Pipeline. They said it was a leak. Man, that's bullshit, man. All right? Now, what he doesn't understand is he's playing into the hand of prophecy, and that's cool because he's a fool, man. All right? Give me Proverbs 29 and 2, Baba Kasha.
This is Proverbs 29:2. And it reads, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
People are not rejoicing. So you should know the times that you're living in, and you should know who you are living under. You're living under the devil. You're living under the wicked. The whole world. This is not localized to one area, man. The whole world is in uproars. Matter of fact, finish the scripture.
It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And when the people mourn, what do? Do they just go in their houses and cry? No, they got mouths to feed. They're gonna protest first. They're gonna have signs, and they're gonna picket. And when they realize that that's not gonna happen, they're gonna wait on somebody to cross that line, and an event gonna happen, and everybody is gonna follow suit. America is the most. Look, fuck all that. You have more guns in America than you have people. That should tell you a whole lot. You have more guns in America than you have people. So what you think these people are gonna do, man? They're gonna take to the streets. They're gonna riot. They're gonna protest. And when they see that that's not gonna happen, they're gonna attack the cops. And the cops are gonna rip their uniforms off them, and they're gonna join those protests. They got mouths to feed too. They're people, man. A lot of crazy shit gonna happen during the time we live in there because the government is not going to deliver like they have been delivering for a millennia, man. Okay. Let me get another precept right quick. Give me 2nd Ezra 15 and give me 12. And we're gonna stay in this chapter for a couple of scriptures. 15 and 12. Yeah, we're gonna get some more too.
15 and verse 12. And it reads, it says, Egypt shall mourn.
America shall mourn. Now, the things that we see happening outside of America, it's a precursor to the things that's going to happen in America. We did a lesson last night that the elder brother Quab arranged, and he was saying that the things that's happening in Haiti is a precursor to the things that's going to happen in America. But when it comes to America, it's going to be way, way, way worse. Why? Because Americans are more proud. They're more hardy. And not just that, they are well armed. They're armed to the teeth. They got the same guns that the fucking military got, man. They got switches on their guns. They make them fully automatic. The police come or the UN come, they're gonna have guns that can shoot through those vests. Okay, it's gonna be real, man. It's gonna be a sight to see. It's gonna be a sight to see, and Jesus Christ is gonna be nowhere to be found, man. Allah is gonna be nowhere to be found. These other religions are gonna be nowhere to be found. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna be that name to call upon, and a lot of people are gonna call upon it too little, too late. Okay, go ahead, brother. Read 13.
And it reads, it says, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in head.
Start at 13 from the beginning.
Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 13. They shall till the ground.
They that
shall mourn.
They that till the ground shall mourn. So these are the workers. And the workers are mourning right here, right now. They're calling out to the government for help. They're calling out to the government to make things right. Only thing they're asking for is a couple of fucking sick days, man. We're living in a time of pestilence. They gonna need that shit. You got CV19, you got RSV, you got the common flu, and you're gonna have other ancient diseases to come, and you're gonna have new shit to come. Okay, that's another topic for another day, though. Keep reading, brother. Baba Kashab.
And it reads, it says, blasting in hell and with a field
for their seeds.
Yeah, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell.
So the work that they do is not going to bring forth fruit. They're going to go to work, but they're not going to do nothing. It's not going to bring forth fruit. All right, they're going to go to the train tracks. They're not going to work. Man, one of the brothers posted on the WhatsApp. It was in Michigan. It had a train that the workers, they straight up abandoned it. And they had people that was like, man, this train been here since 6 o'clock in the morning. It was for like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning when he reported it, man. All right. Now, they grew some balls over there in Michigan. But this is going to become global. I didn't say national. This is going to become global, man. And when the global line get collapsed, guess what's going to happen? The people's bellies are going to start rumbling. And their minds are going to go back to being primal because they don't fast. They don't understand the fasting. Christians don't fast, man. Okay? So when they belly start bubbling, they're going to become primal. And they're going to look in their closet and they're going to have all kind of guns with thousands and thousands and thousands of bullets. And they're going to be like, I'm going to feed my family. I'm a man, goddammit. Okay? And they're going to take to the streets. But it's going to have 100 million other people with the same idea as him. with the same fierceness as him, with the same guns, with the same artillery as him. And they're going to be bigger and badder than him. A lot of Americans are going to be used by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to cast out judgment as they are getting judged. If you can put that together. Bring up your precept, huh?
The second Ezra 6:22, and it reads.
I got that. Hold. Matter of fact, come on, bring it all out.
And it reads, and suddenly.
And suddenly means it can happen overnight. It can happen in less than a week's time. It's something that's not going to muster up. It's something that's going to happen. An event is going to bring it. Or you're just going to wake up one day and life is going to change. Bring it out, bro.
It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
And the sown places are the grocery stores. The sown places are the restaurants. The sown places are the fast food places. Hell, the sown place could be a fucking a gas station that you could get food from, man. Because they be having their little shit too, like the racetracks, the little hot dogs and all that. You're not gonna be able to go to these places and spend your couple of dollars and get food. And we're dealing with hyperinflation too, like Revelation 6 and 5 going to. Even if you can go to these places, you're gonna pay a day's work just to eat. But going into this brother scripture, these sown places, they're gonna shut down. Walmart has threatened to shut down their fucking stores because of thievery. I thought y'all had insurance. I thought this was part of the system. It's something bigger going on, and they understand it. It's a great reset going on, and they're basically moving their monies around. So when this reset happens, because they believe that they're gonna be successful in these things, and that's why all of these fucking low-level ass artists are selling their catalogs and getting these big ass bags. Okay, they don't understand the bigger picture. But the so-called Jews, they get it. And we're not going to go into that right here, right now. It's another topic for another day.
It says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
You're not going to be able to feed yourself. Little Tyler, little Johnny, he's not going to be able to eat. And after X amount of days and weeks pass by, he's going to start looking real good as far as food goes. Cannibalism will become real. You will eat your children. I didn't say it. The Bible said it, man. And that's the times we're coming into. And you got to realize this about the strikes, because this is the topic of our day. The strikes go into negotiation, and it ultimately goes into logical people trying to work out their differences. And you clearly see what America feels about your feelings, man. They're like, man, fuck what they talking about. Hey, they want to strike. Hey, make that shit illegal, man. Tell them we're going to lock their ass up. Anything we sell them, they're going to buy and eat it up anyway. And the people are going to be like, damn, bro. Is this really happening?
I got you a precept.
Go ahead,
This is Sirach 4:30. Be not as a lion in thy house, nor a frantic among thy servants. And the government is being a lion in this house in these last days. All right? It's dealing treacherously with the inhabitants of the land. Okay? The reason people go on strikes is because the system is failing them. The system in play is not working out for them. And most people, they just want to make enough. They do business and commerce for their livelihood. Okay? What makes a man tick is when he can't provide for his family. And we can see for the nation of Israel, you see what guys do to provide their family. They sell dope, pimp, rob, kill. But guess what Esau is gonna do when he gets in that same boat? The ones that say, man, I can't believe those niggers did that. Esau, when he gets in the predicament where he can't get his basic necessities, he gonna go harder than Jake. All right? When these so-called white men in these Bible belts and these liberals up north, when they don't even have a can of beans in their house and they feel that the system is failing them, you're gonna have a civil war. They're gonna create malicious groups. They're gonna come together. They're gonna come together, and they're gonna try to overtopple the government.
Hey.
Okay. And it's all gonna stem from them not being able to support their families. All right. Because the tyrant is Amalek, and he's oppressing Salaki. He's oppressing his own people. Okay. He's sticking a dagger in his own people. Okay? So all of this is set up through the spirit. All right, and through the Spirit, we're letting you know all of these stripes is a precursor to a civil war. All right, all of these stripes is a precursor to civil unrest. Okay, the days of protesting, they're going to outlaw that. The government, that's what's going to make the civil road get instituted. The little bargaining power that people have had through the system. Now, you like you say, when it came to the railroad track, because you read up on it more than me, they passed a law and just outlawed unions bargaining and getting the workers so they could get a better deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like they did that, they're going to outlaw protesting. All right, because protesting, what is that supposed to be? Your First Amendment right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're gonna do away with that. We kept telling you through the Spirit years ago, the Constitution. You're gonna be able to wipe your ass with it. They're gonna take away all your civil liberties. Okay, we're living in a time where it's about to be no lights. You're gonna have energy surges, energy crisis. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be gloomy. It's going to be satanic, and the inhabitants of the land, the Egyptians are going to slay the Egyptians. Americans are going to slay Americans. Okay? And we're seeing the birth pains on it. 2023 going to be a motherfucker. We can't wait to see what our beloved elder apostle Tahar coins it. All right, we was talking about that the other day. 2023. I mean, everything is set up for the chip, the MO to the B, MO to the MOT to the B to get ushered in, man.
And persecution.
All right, and the persecution. That setup is here too. All right, that setup is here. 2023 is gonna be just as well be the year to get stuff popped off. We don't know the exact day our great king is coming back, but we know the season. All right.
That's the signs of the times.
When we're seeing what happened in 2020 was something that never happened in America ever, unprecedented. What they did with these railroad workers was something that was unprecedented. We're living in a time of seeing things that are unprecedented coming because we're at the end. It's going to be unprecedented where you're going to see 80%, 90% of Americans with no jobs, with no work. All right? It's going to be just like countries that have to ration their food, ration their resources. That's what it's coming to in America. America is a first world country. All of those first world perks that you get, it's not going to be like that. Soon the ambulance is gonna go on strike. It's gonna do some gonna pop with them, or they're gonna start.
Some ambulance in the UK, the ambulances are going on strike.
You can't make this up.
Come on,
you can't make this shit up, man. And having the ambulance come to your house if you hurt yourself is a first world privilege. You hurt your motherfucking ass in the wilderness in Zimbabwe, or you could be in the city of Zimbabwe or something. All right. You could be in these third world countries in Somalia or somewhere. You step on the motherfucking nail. You better know the potion to some herbs or something. Right. All right. You better be have a knowledge of root working. Cause you ain't gonna get no vehicle that's burning gas and got a bunch of medical medicine on it, and
they already run out of antibiotics.
And then have a person with skills to come bound you up, nullify you, and help. Nah, that's a first world. That's gonna get taken away here in America, man. You know how people get two-faced and all of the medical industrial complex. It's about to crash. Everything. That's why that's why the Spirit is pushing. Hey, my people perish for lack of knowledge. All right, but the remnant is gonna take heed. All right. The scriptures say you rebuke a scorner, he will hate you. You reprove a wise man, he will love you. All right, we all here reproving wise men and giving warning to wise men, and we're giving warning to the scoffer, to the wicked. So when their judgment comes, hey, they can't say they didn't know. They caught all they're gonna do is all they did is what? All they're calling us is
prophets of doom.
Prophets of doom and conspiracy theories. This ain't a conspiracy Hey, no, this legislation got passed, right?
What?
About the trains.
Yeah.
That's law now.
That's not
law.
a conspiracy.
That's law.
All right, that's not a conspiracy. All right, we're telling you these are the birth pains of greater turmoil, greater tribulation, and it's all written. You got a precept? All right.
All right, now the elder just made me look up because I read it already, but I didn't even look up this thing though. Watch this. Ambulance workers in England and Wales to strike on December the 21st. So you're not gonna be able to have the fatness of the world anymore. You're not gonna have these privileges. You're not gonna have these benefits anymore. Okay? You're gonna see what it is to be bare. And the Lord is gonna fuck you up because you deserve it, man. The things that you've done collectively as a people, and not just as a people, because you have Israelites that support this beast system, that have prominent positions in this beast system, and they'll die and they'll kill behind their position, man. Okay, so it's for the world. Go ahead, go to 14, bro, verse 14.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe to the globe, the literal world. Okay, so this is going out to the four winds. Destruction to you people, destruction to your system, destruction to your way of life, destruction to your food supply chain, destruction to your electricity. All right, destruction to your educational system, destruction to peace, man. The Lord is about to set this motherfucker on fire, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Verse 15, it says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Because they can't come to a common ground, and because they realize that the government has abandoned them to save their own ass. They're going to realize that this was set up. They're going to realize that the people that they trusted stabbed them in the back. They're going to realize that the Constitution that their founding fathers established is going to be written away. And they're not going to like it. All right? But that $700 he spent on the AR-15 is going to come in use in that day, man. And that's how the whole world going to feel, man. These even Yankees, even pacifist liberals, they're going to pick up a gun. They're going to pick up a knife. And they're going to kill. Because at the end of the day, they are beasts. The scripture says a man is a beast. If you don't have this truth, you're a fucking beast. What's a beast? An animal. And what do animals do? Like my mama used to say when she used to get mad when I was a kid. They eat, sleep, fucking shit. That's it. They base, man. They base. And they're gonna do a lot of killing to survive. They're gonna shoot to kill. Like the New York, like the Chicago niggas say, STL. They're gonna shoot to live, man. But ultimately, when they're killing people, they're gonna be getting killed in the process. You people are gonna judge one another through the spirit. You just don't understand. You know what I mean?
I got a precept.
You got it.
All right, this is Isaiah 19 and 8. The fishers shall mourn, and they that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. All right, people that do business and commerce, fishers. It's not just this is not just reserved for fishers. All right, if you're a fisherman is a lucrative business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let's say you got somebody that they're a carpenter, a mechanic. All right, how are you gonna be a mechanic if the oil hyperinflates? What happens to people that fix cars day in and day out when gas becomes $50 a gallon? They're not gonna have no work. Who's gonna drive? All right, people just gonna have vehicles sitting up. For you to get a decent amount of gas, you're gonna end up having to spend $500 at the pump to fill your fucking tank up.
Man, Jay gonna be around this bitch and go karts.
All right, so it's gonna be a domino effect, and all of it's prophesied in these scriptures. Moreover, they that work in the flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded. No matter what line of work you're doing, you're gonna be confounded. Teachers not gonna be able to teach. The government, the school systems are gonna bottom up. They're gonna go bankrupt. They're not gonna be able to pay the teachers.
And not just that, they're not gonna have they're not gonna have food to feed the children. They're gonna shut down, and these children are gonna go back to remote learning.
Yeah.
All right. They said that they having problems feeding children now. They switching up the diet menu because certain products can't be obtained the way that they used to. They not going to school, and y'all ain't going to work.
And they shall be broken in the purpose thereof, and all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Okay? Surely the princes of Zon are fools. The princes of the wise councils of Pharaoh become brutish. All right? Brutish just mean you just you when they say you're a dumb brute, you just like the brother say animalistic. All right? You nobody wants an animalistic brute ruling over them. You want an upright, wise king ruling over you.
Somebody empathetic.
All right? What the scripture say? When the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. Right? All right? But a righteous man ruling, the people rejoice. So when you got a brute man, when the elites, when the Pharaoh is the president. All right? When his counselors and him are in the mind of a dumb brute, all right? What are they going to do? They're going to oppress their citizen. They're going to do what Rehoboam did. Rehoboam was a dumb brute. Wait, no. That was Jeroboam. No, Rehoboam was the one that started taxing.
Rehoboam was Judah. And Jeroboam was the.
All right, Rehoboam, that motherfucker out. His wicked ass. Rehoboam started just oppressing his people. He was the king. He started taxing his people and just making it hard on another northern tribe, man. All right, that's what a dumb king gonna do. That's what these kings are about to do to the citizens that they are that they're commanding over. All right, they're gonna oppress the people. That's what dumb brutes do. How shall you say unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Okay, these are not wise people that's ruling over us, man. Okay, so-called white man is the basis of men. He don't know how to rule. Look at the condition of the earth. Look at the ecosystems. All right? Look at the Amazon forest, what he's doing to it. Look what he's done. Look at the air we're breathing. We live, well, how many miles did damn plant from? Plant is about what?
10.
About 7, 8. Yeah. About 7, 8. All right? That plant that's here in Baton Rouge, it pollutes the whole city. Yeah. The whole city, man. The people in the South getting that smoke, man. All right? Because smoke travels. Okay? People, we are breathing in poison right now.
Called for upper chemicals.
Yeah. You're breathing in chemical. We're breathing in chemicals right now. It's just not as strong as it is if you stay off of scenic over there while the people, like the niggas at Montesino.
Cancer Alley.
Yeah, Montesino, all them niggas, all them end up with cancer. It's got a part of town that's across the street from the plants down here. People, you notice that a lot of the houses that was right there, they're getting pushed back. People move over time. It's like the brother says, called Cancer Alley. Everybody that live close to the plant, those chemical plants, and Exxon, that's an Exxon plant. So that's just to make they bring the crude oil there to turn it into gasoline. I worked there.
When you get oil, you have to cook oil.
Yeah.
It turn into gasoline.
Yeah, and all those vapors going up 24 hours a day. And those people that live in the hood right next to it, and they just catching free cancer.
What about the workers?
And every worker, every plant worker that works there 20 and 30 years always end up with cancer.
Or something.
Something like the car. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay? And that's because the basis of men is ruling, all right? And these are the things that's going to transpire while he's ruling and usher in our great king to come and rule in righteousness. But before our great king come and put things in order, we're at the end of his rule, and guess what? Everything is just about to bottom up. Everybody's about to be in despair. It ain't gonna be no middle class, upper middle class, rich and wealthy. No, it's gonna be the elites
and everybody else.
Just a quick point for you, real quick, Elder. This is Isaiah 3:12. The point at the beginning of this verse, it says, "As for my people, children rule. Children are their oppressors."
All right. Only a child would think your anal cavity is a sexual organ. Only a child can be that dumb. Secretion comes out of there. Bacteria comes out of there. All right. No fruit. Sex is you have sex to do what? Bear fruit. What fruit is coming out of that?
Hey man, only a child will set up plants and send out that poison into the air that you have to breathe. If an elite was around here, they gotta breathe that same air. Their children gotta breathe that same air.
That's right. Okay, bring it out, bro.
And it reads, it says, and women rule over them.
All right, and they set up a system where women have the same rights or more as men.
More.
Only a child would do that. A woman should never be in a position where she has to make strong, hard decisions. Because guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna follow her heart.
And she stays
She's
in
gonna,
her.
she's gonna
God.
follow how she feels. She's
Going off
gonna
her
follow
fucking
her
emotions.
emotions. All right, and that's the worst thing you can do. Get an estrogen-filled, emotional-driven decision where people's lives are at stake. You don't want nobody like that making hard decisions. Executive decisions.
Right.
Only America gives a woman that type of power. All right, and only a child would do some dumb shit like that.
That's right.
Because guess what? Ishmael ain't gonna do it. Arab man ain't gonna do it. The Chinese man ain't gonna do it. The East Indian man ain't playing that shit. All right? The brown peoples of the earth don't play that shit. Only his little degenerate ass does. Bring it out, brother.
And it reads, it says, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
God. And when those that are leading, they have called the inhabitants to err. All right, now he's about to start oppressing them. He's about to start dealing treacherously with you, America. You patriotic Americans. All right, this government is about to start dealing with you treacherously, and we know it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Give me get the banger. I already know you probably got in your precepts. Ecclesiastes 12.
Yep, I'm already there.
I just called it.
Great. Huh? Hold yours. Let me bring this.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And
right.
that day, when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Come on.
and the strong men shall bow themselves.
All right. All type of calamities is about to happen in the kingdom of men. All right. Where strong men are going to be in despair. All right. People have lived on the high horse. All right. They're about to be brought down low. Okay. We about to see a paradigm shift in the planet Earth, brother. All right. That's what we're preparing ourselves, man. That's why we pray, we fast. All right. We don't forsake the assembly of the saints, man. Our Heavenly Father say the man that did prepare himself will be with many straps. We're supposed to be preparing ourselves right now. Right now.
That's right.
Bring it out, brother.
And it reads, it says, and the grinders cease.
All right. Grinding represent working, laboring. All right. There shall be no work in Egypt, man. All right. These strikes. All right. All of these uprisings. It's going to be because there's no resources. There's lack of bread. There's no work in Egypt. And Egypt is modern day America. All right? Bring it out. And when people don't have basic necessities, basic resources, all right, people, the reason predatory animals are so violent is because they're hungry. All right? The reason a leopard jumps on a gazelle and is merciless is because hunger is driving that leopard to do that. If that leopard was on a full stomach, he through the fall they got a killer instinct. But a lot of times, gazelles and zebras, when those lions are eating and they land under a tree and they got a full stomach, they don't bother you. They be docile.
Predators don't prey when they on the full stomach.
Nah.
Fuck a fat. A weak ass, sick ass prey could walk right past them. A lion, if they're not hungry, they're not about to eat. They're not like people. Mm-hmm. What if an American is full and he sees something that he wants to eat? He's gonna keep on eating. He's gonna be gluttonous. All right. Nature is not like that, and that's why America has to go down, because the vibration that they've pushed out through the time that they've been in power.
All right, and when people start lacking and not having resources, that's why people in the hood are so violent.
They're predators.
That's why they have a predator, because they're hungry. They lack nourishment. They lack resources. All right. I had homeboys I grew up with, man. They wicked. They not. I don't fuck with them now. They used to come here for like, I live with both of my prayers, and we basically ain't want for nothing. But my homeboy will come here. He'll come to get a cup of washing powder. I be like, damn, right? Washing powder? But in my little mind, I'm thinking everybody got washing powder. He'll come over here, man, I'm hungry, man, fix me a plate. That's because when he go back to the hood, he really ain't had that shit. And he was a dirtbag ass nigga. I'm talking about me.
I know exactly talking about it.
Yeah.
He really didn't live in the hood.
He was a dirtbag ass nigga. But the reason is because of his mentality and how he was a chief thief.
I know.
But the reason he was like that was because of his lack of bread, the lack of resources. All right, his lack of nourishment. All right, that's how your typical American is about to be. Man, hunger drives men to do violent things. Okay, keep reading, brother.
And it reads, it says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Come on.
Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
All right, the doors are going to be shut in the streets because there's not going to be no business and commerce. Why the doors open in the streets right now? When we go downtown. When we walk downtown on 3rd Street, you got clubs, you got the pizzeria, you know what I'm saying? You got the various places, you got business and commerce. The doors are open.
And some of them are closed. Like,
you know,
like Raising Cane's and a lot of those clubs, they going down right now.
Yeah, they're shutting down.
Yeah, and
but for the point of the scripture, you know, the door when business and commerce is thriving, doors are open and people are going in and out the city. All right? Bring it out.
And it reads, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
All right, and the sound of the grinding is low. Here in America, doors are going to be shut in the seats like it was during the Cavassier 19 epidemic. All right, that's going to happen to the 10th power again.
Yeah.
Again. All right, bring it out, brother. And it's going to be perpetual. All right, it's going to happen, and the shit not going to get back to like what you thought was normal ever again. Bring it out.
And it reads, it says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
All right, the daughters of music represent the entertainment system. All right, when you have a nation in despair, ain't nobody trying to hear Michael
Drake.
Jackson or Drake.
Drake.
Nobody ain't trying to hear a nigga talk about he riding in a Bentley and got this good. He gonna be in despair. All right, when if people can't make money, how can they have money? They make money. Those entertainers' money is predicated on how the common man and how the regular man works. They're depending. No, brother. Hold your peace, brother. Their money is depending on the fireman working, the teacher working, the person at McDonald's working, the common worker. All right, that's who the entertainers get their money from. All right, not traditional 9-to-5ers. If the 9-to-5ers, what's Jay-Z and Beyonce without the 9-to-5ers working? Nothing. Who's buying their CDs? Well, they don't sell CDs like that no more. But who's making them rich? Where's their money coming from? It's not coming. The daughters of music are gonna get beat. No, and daughters of music goes vast more. It goes more. It's more. It goes into more than just music. We always break it down music. Now it goes into basketball. Who wants to see somebody throwing a ball in a basket when his stomach's touching his fucking back? When you go to them basketball games, you didn't ate before you got there. Then you get there, you're gonna buy you some cups of beer.
You're gonna get hungry.
Then your children gonna be like, they want some popcorn. You're gonna go up there, buy them a hot dog and some popcorn. You know what I'm saying? And you got the resources to do it, right? You go to an NBA basketball game, man, you gonna spend $100
when you deal with
just sitting at the game. You know what I'm saying? So the point of the matter is, if nobody don't got work, nobody don't got jobs, the entertainment realm is gonna be obsolete. All right, they're not gonna the circum and bread philosophy. When all shit goes to shit, you can the system can't even use circus and bread no more. Because people to indulge in circus and bread, you got to have some form of income.
If I may add,
yeah,
that goes back to something called disposable income. Okay, now you have people that can afford to go to these games, but since they don't have disposable income, that means extra income that's not going to take away from their bills. That's not going to take away from their way of life. All right. So the majority of these people have disposable income, but these are workers. These are people that went to college. These are people that like you said, a 9 to 5. I gotta pay my bills for the month. I could go to the Hawks game. I could go to the smoothie center. You know what I mean? Disposable income. And when disposable income is taken away because you have to spend all your money on what? Food.
That's necessities.
Mm-hmm. You know, food.
Basic necessity.
Yeah.
Toothpaste, toothbrush. When we talking hyperinflation, right now we could go to Walmart and get toothbrushes, what, $1? Yeah. The single ones? All right. Now, just imagine a single toothbrush jumps up to $15. You see what I'm saying? People don't think that can happen. It's going to happen. Get Revelation 6 and 5.
Revelation 6 and 5.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because of this precept right here.
This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
All right, the black horse is going to, every horse, with the exception of our great King Yahushua, then even the white horse, he's coming to bring calamities on the 2/3. Every horse is brought a different calamity to the planet Earth. The so-called white man took peace, the red horse, from the earth. The pale horse, it brought a spirit of death. All right, and the black horse, all right, when people don't have resources and money to get necessities, all right, guess what? That's a calamity. Okay, so the black horse is bringing in forth a calamity you're about to see for the economic system, for business and commerce. That's the calamity the black horse is about to bring in. Bring it out, brother.
And it reads, it says, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
All right, those balances, that word goes into yokes. All right, and the so-called white man, what is that RFID microchip that he's going to put on every facet of society? That's going to be a yoke once you get that input put in you. And what's the reason you get put in you? For business and commerce, right?
Economics.
For economics. All right, and it's going to yoke you worse than anything else that has ever yoked you in your life, that put you in bondage in your life. All right, bring it out, brother.
Verse 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny.
A measure of wheat for a penny. All right, let's get that penny. A penny is a full day's work. All right, in a lot of jobs. All right, we're going to say a basic job. Some jobs you can make $100 to $150 a day.
It's a full wages of work.
A full wage of work.
A full day's work.
A full day's work a day. Okay, so therefore, a loaf of bread would not cost any man a full day's work. All right, in the ancient world or the modern times. Okay, so when he say a measure of wheat for a penny, a full day's work, he's talking about what? Hyperinflation. He's talking about hyperinflation. When you look up that word penny, it goes into the Greek denarius. All right, that was a Roman denarius that they used, and that's what the soldiers were paid for a full day's work. It was a silver coin. Okay, bring it out, brother.
Containing 10.
Yeah, containing 10 asses. All right, and to buy a loaf of bread would probably
cost you 1 ass, huh?
1 ass.
Yeah.
All right, it will probably cost you 1 ass. And 10 asses equals 1 penny. Okay, in the Roman monetary system, what he's talking about. So he's going into hyperinflation. Bring it out, brother.
And it reads, it says, in 3 measures of barley for a penny.
All right, and guess what? Barley is cheaper than wheat. So you know how I do this to this day, and I do it even when I have a lot of money. I try to save money. I'm cheap, am I? If you know me,
yeah.
Hey, sons on my cheek. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be like, hey, let's get some. I'm just making an example. Let's get some Cheetos. All right, let's get some Cheeto Puffs. And then I'll be like, we can go to the Dollar Tree and get it. They got some Cheetos in there for 50 cents.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree brand.
The Dollar Tree brand.
A Walmart brand.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's not the Cheetos Puffs. But it's Cheetos, but it's the off brand, the knockoff brand. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to do that. Guess what? The knockoff brand
Gonna be high as
a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna be able to do that. It's not gonna be no such thing as trying to save money in the days we're coming to. The knockoff brand gonna be hyperinflated. Bring it out, brother.
And it reads, it says, and see thou hurt not the oil in the wine.
Talk about the scriptures. That's the only thing out of all those calamities, out of all of those atrocities that these horses brought to the planet Earth, the Lord say, don't let the doctrine get fucked up. All right?
Wisdom and understanding.
Keep the doctrine of life.
That's right.
Untainted.
Pure. Right, man.
Pure.
That's right.
Okay? Bring it out, brother.
Verse 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say.
That's it. That's all. That's all. That's it on that. So we're living in a time of hyperinflation. All right? People not being able to take care of their families and jobs oppressing people, putting people in dire straits. And that out of that, you're going to get strikes. You're going to have unions going on strikes, so on and so forth. And the government is going to start attacking. Y'all know back in the days when you had union workers coming on strikes during the mob times, they would kill the leaders that would start up unions. You know what I'm saying? That's what the government about to start doing. Oh, he's a troublemaker. He's trying to start problems. He's trying to start up a union, and he's going to mess up our money. Hey, it's about to be chaotic out here. You got it, bro.
Yeah, man. And, hey, bro, he basically covered everything that we know. Hey, it's basically when we bring these lessons out to warn the people. We let them know what's coming. We let them know how to get out of what's coming, and we let them know who's who, what's what, and we don't give you an exact date. I see a lot of shit hit the fan. People that's on video, those YouTubers. 30 more days. We only had. You can't put a number on it, all right? But the minute the Lord can put a time frame on it. Let me tell you, 2023 is gonna be a hell of a fucking year, man.
It ain't gonna be pretty.
No, it ain't gonna be pretty.
It ain't gonna be pretty.
And 2020 was nothing. I repeat, 2020 was nothing compared to what's going on. You can liken 2020 to the 2005 Katrina hurricane. They wanted to get stats and data and see how people operate, and they put them in a computer, and then they can predict the behavior of the people. It goes back into control, man.
It goes to Ezekiel 28. Nothing is hid from him.
That's right.
All right. The so-called white man is a mad scientist. All right. He does case studies. All right. And he studies the way the human brain works, man. All right. He creates a arena. All right. And he applies pressure in that arena. He wants to see how the people are going to react to it. All right. Is it diabolical? Yes. He'll look at people die just to make a point, just to find out, do trial and error. He'll do mad scientist case studies and do trial and error. In the meantime, using human guinea pigs.
Off record.
Guinea pigs,
Yeah.
Off record.
He's a mad scientist. All right. And he's done a lot of case studies. Katrina was a case study. All right. When I say a case study, that happened by design. Everybody that live in New Orleans say the hurricane passed, the sun was shining, the wind stopped blowing, the water stopped raining, and they say they heard a big boom all throughout the city. So they blew the levees up on purpose, and they say tidal wave came in. So they drowned people on purpose. And they caused a civil unrest in the city, and they wanted to see how everybody was going to react to it. And like the brother said, they took in data. Now I think all of their data is taken up now, huh?
It's time,
they ready to go with their move now.
And it's called the event. Mm-hmm. It's coming, man.
It's coming.
All right.
And when we talk about the event, whatever the event is, the Hebrew Israelites, it's all for them. It's all to bring down the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
Everything that's going on that we're prophesying about, the government oppressing its people, strikes, famine, drought, whatever it may be. All right, the daughters of music being brought down low. The Israelites, they elected them, is the centerpiece of prophecy. All right, all of this is around the men of the Lord. All right, the Lord's chosen. That's why all of these prophecies and these calamities and these things is happening in this fine hour, man. So stay on your watchtower, pray without ceasing, and get built on your most holy faith. Prepare yourself, because it's about to go down like the world trade. All right. So with that, we're gonna get infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
We'll give double honors to our teachers, the apostles, great millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in your house shop. Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Ball. Till next time,
Shalom.
Till next time.
Shalom.